The message is clear from scientists and governments around the world that Covid-19 remains indiscriminate. There is still no vaccine, and it operates in ways that are not fully understood. The fear is that relaxing social restrictions could lead to another surge of infection.
We cannot make assumptions that just because the disease is on the way down now, that it's going to keep going down, and then we're going to get a number of months to get ready for a second wave. We may get a second peak in this wave. This happened during pandemics in the past.
Earlier this month, the Spanish population was allowed to exercise outside for the first time in 7 weeks. Restaurants in some areas of Germany have reopened, and in France, people no longer need travel permits to explain why they've left home. But the virus is on the rise in some areas. At least 11 countries have now reimposed some form of lockdown restriction. There's concern in Iran, where for 3 days in the past week, daily new infections numbered over 3,000. Figures not seen since the end of March. The reasons are unclear. It's believed a lack of social distancing discipline could be to blame. South Korea is an example of the new normal we may all soon be getting used to. Its aggressive approach worked initially, notably a contact tracing scheme using credit cards, mobile phone tracking and GPS location data. That and strict social rules allowed it to fight off a recent increase in cases, but the regulations will need to be tweaked.
There will be a constant collision between the idea that social distancing cannot go on forever and the idea that we cannot let our guard down, considering how contagious the virus is. We need to gradually open society while figuring out what methods of social distancing are effective and what methods we don't need anymore.
Lockdowns can be devastating for livelihoods, education, as well as mental and physical health. All of it complicated by the possibility of a resurgence, as happened to terrible effect in 1918. If global economies are going to start to recover, as well as society, then a compromise scenario will have to be reached somehow. Francis Collings, TRT World.